Okay, today we have an Icom IC731. Now you might say, that rings a bell. Looks like a 735, acts like a 735. Even, you know, it could be a 735, except for this was the Japanese version and it had no difference. They were beautiful old radios, 735, 731. I'll keep calling this a 731 during the video, but just remember it's a 735, and that's what it is. And this is going to a very good mate of mine up in Queensland, up near Hervey Bay, who unfortunately got incredibly just a radio that was not quite what he expected it to be, that he bought from somebody, and anyway, that has gone to God, and we've found this to say, well, hey, mate, you've not had much luck up there in Queensland, and happy to help you out. And this is we're actually selling him this at about half the price of what they'd normally be, but I honestly felt so sorry for him that I just went, you know what, it would be nice to help out a friend. But secondly, he's a friend that's helped me out so much over the years as well, so it's nice to be able to, you know, pay back the favours gone by. Okay, now what do we like about it? We like that the door's not broken. The door clicks in, stays in, doesn't fall down all the time. You know, it actually still has the ability, still got the plastic on here, so it's actually quite good nick, that. All the little controls in here were for obviously noise maker, RF gain, RF power, your Vox controls, and your mic gain. Then you had some filters in there. I don't know if there's any filters actually in there. We'd have to go to AM, sorry, to do that. Might have an AM filter in it. That's definitely narrowing up. CW. Oh, jeez. To my friend up there in Queensland, you're lucky we're not stealing the filters out of this. No, look, I have a bit of a policy, which is called I'm too lazy to to pull filters out, but they're very rare, so you know who you are. This is actually quite a bonus, which is good, very good. Give you an idea, those watching on, the filters for these things generally, for any of the Icoms now, because they're getting so rare, they're generally pulling $120 a filter, so you know, just shows old radios can be worth just as much in parts sometimes, you know, some of the bits that the additional bits. Anyway, okay, so let's go back to sideband and let's just have a bit of a look here. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2. Hello. Oh yeah, definitely doing loads and loads of power. Now, as you know, I like my 1 2. Hang on, I'll just move the frequency a little bit. Take that off there. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. The reason I like the R2008 monitor is exactly what I'm showing you right now. Is the resolution 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Hold. Okay, it's doing 100 watts easily there, but just on non-PEP these monitors, but as you can hear, you can actually hear the clarity really beautifully, and it's something I really enjoy about the 2008. So let's just have a bit of a look. FM, that won't work, hang on. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, and there you can see it's 100 watts at 98.2 or something silly. 1 2 3 4 5, lots of deviation. 1 2, good 5 kilohertz deviation there. So squelch control for that. So very nice FM output on this. AM, from memory, they put the power down on AM. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah. 1 2 3 4 5. About 30 watts AM from memory peak. 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, actually no, it will peak up, but that meter's not. Don't trust what you're seeing there. So AM, they do knock the power back, and obviously sideband, you've got 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Hold on. Lots of power there. So that's good. So we like the transmitter on this. Obviously, as you go down the band, you'll get right on that 100 watts. It's 98.2 or something there, but on 10 meters, you'll find from the top end of the band to the bottom end, it does vary just a little bit, 2 or 3 watts, but not really much in it. So what else is nice about these? They actually do have memories. So as you'll see here, you can go through 16, was it? I'm trying to remember now. No. 12. So 16. 16 memories, so you can just punch in some memories, etc., etc. Had a good notch feel to these things. Passband tuning, yeah, it was okay. Nothing to get too excited about. It was good. Then obviously, you could just go back to just your ham band. So if you put the ham button in, this then just goes, whoops, wrong, here. See how I'm just going through the bands? It will only do just the ham bands, and then if I take the ham out, it'll go to general coverage, and I can then go to megahertz, and 1 meg steps, go through and look at anything I need to look at. So it's quite good. So let's go back to 28490, because actually what we want to do is we want to look at the receiver. Let's say that one goes back there, that goes there, and 490. Beautiful. All right. Sideband. Let's just see if we can generate. Definitely hearing something. Now there's a preamp on these. So there's the preamp in, preamp out. Not too far off. I'm 50.5 microvolts here. Now we normally say 50 microvolts is right on about S9. So this is maybe just a tad down, very, very, like you wouldn't notice it, but let's just see how we go when we go down. Oh, it's wrong way. Let's turn that volume down there. Now we're still hearing it here. That's at 5 microvolts. Now turn that up a little bit. And we're still hearing it at 0.5 a microvolt, no problems. Gee, that's good. Yeah, so the receiver on these things, they were always great little radios for HF operations right across the band. You'll probably find the receiver is a little tighter down on the lower bands versus up here on 28. We're asking it to do a bit more. Whereas if I was to put the same signal in at, say, 7 megs, might just be a little bit more sensitive down there. But in total, as you can see, I can bring up that 0.5 a microvolt with the preamp. Brings up the noise a little bit too. Let's get rid of that noise. Overall, very happy with that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Well, this is going to make a great little radio for my friend. He just needs something reliable, and I think we've nailed it here. It's something about the 735, 731s that they were just consistent. Now I just put the compression in there, just interested to see. 1, 2, 3, hollow, 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 hollow. So I'll take the compression out. Hollow, 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 hollow. Interesting how you can see the compression is dampening the peak. So it will be just clipping it to some degree, stopping that peak being quite so much. You could find that you could play with your mic gain a bit with the compression and probably find a happy medium. We would have been driving extremely hard then, and sometimes that can be it. You'll just clip it back a bit, but overall, very good. What else? AGC, fast and slow, of course. Preamp we discussed. Attenuator, good on 80 and 40 sometimes if you're getting a bit of noise to be able to knock things back. Noise blanker, they actually were quite good noise blankers on these things, so certainly if you get yourself into a 731/735, I think you'll be fairly impressed that it's an all-round, what I call a city radio, that you can combat some of the narky stuff. Oh, sorry, just got a phone call coming through, but that's all right, I'll get back to that person. It hasn't stopped my videos, that's the main thing. Yeah, they're a good radio in the fact that you can basically do everything you want to do. It can knock out a bit of noise. It's they're brilliant. I was getting a bit worried then. I thought my video had just been knocked out by the phone call, but thank God we're good. All right, well, I'm going to pack it away in this box. I'm going to send this up to Queensland. The box could be better condition, to be honest. Look, I don't want to carry on about the box condition. It's a bit average, but I said to my mate, I said, look, I could probably put this into a smaller box and, but I said, you probably want this one, even though it's a bit bigger. And look, this does have the foam in it, so you can surround the whole thing in the foam. So in some respects, it's a false economy to do anything else. All right, thanks very much for having a look at this video. Icom IC731 JA version. As you can see, they're not 50 watts. Some people would have said, hey, but they're only 50 watts. No, they're not. Some people would have said they've got band restrictions. No, they don't. And sorry, just very quickly on that, the band restrictions, if you were to have some, would have been, some people have channelized areas of the 3.5 meg, 3.6 meg range, but you won't get that. These are solid 0 to 30 and do everything they need to do. All right, thanks very much. Thank you very much also for all the well wishes. Got out of hospital yesterday. Surgery went like surgeries go. Another one. But they did keep me in overnight. Had a bit of trouble with the anaesthetic, so these things do happen. But by the same token, any surgery you get through and you get to breathe and say, hey, it's another day, it's a good one, I suppose. Anyway, this one was a replacement of something in my heart thing that I've been doing. Anyway, get on that another time. All right, 73 is all the best from VK3 Charlie Mike Tango Malanga, Northeast Victoria. Until the next radio, cheers guys.